Good evening and welcome to the news at 10. His Majesty King Abdullah congratulated Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas on the reconciliation agreement between Fatah and Hamas that was reached yesterday in Cairo. During the telephone conversation, Abbas praised Jordan's support of the Palestinian people under the King's leadership. U.S. President Donald Trump struck a blow against the 2015 Iran nuclear agreement in defiance of international support for the deal. Trump chose not to certify that Tehran is complying with the deal in a major reversal of U.S. policy. Trump's decision to decertify the nuclear deal will not withdraw the U.S. from the agreement, which was negotiated under former President Barack Obama. Under the agreement known as the Joint Comprehensive Plan of Action, the U.S. suspended nuclear-related sanctions against Iran.
Based on the factual record I have put forward, I am announcing today that we cannot and will not make this certification. We will not continue down a path whose predictable conclusion is more violence, more terror, and the very real threat of Iran's nuclear breakout. That is why I am directing my administration to work closely with Congress and our allies to address the deal's many serious flaws so that the Iranian regime can never threaten the world with nuclear weapons.
Turkey sent a convoy of about 30 military vehicles into rebel-held northwest Syria through the Bab al-Hawa crossing in Idlib. It said its operation, along with Syrian rebel groups it backs, is aimed at reducing fighting between insurgents and the Syrian government. The army said its forces in Syria were conducting operations in line with rules of engagement that have been agreed with Russia and Iran. According to a senior rebel official involved in the operation, the deployment is also intended to rein in the Kurdish YPG militia, which holds the adjacent Afrin region. Kurdish forces moved back their defensive line around the oil region of Kirkuk in northern Iraq by 2 kilometers to reduce the possibility of friction with the nearby Iraqi forces. Security sources in the region said the Peshmerga, as the Kurdish forces known, withdrew overnight from positions in the areas of Taza and Bashir. They added that the Iraqi security forces moved into some of the positions evacuated in an orderly manner without any clashes. The areas of Taza and Bashir are mainly populated by Shiite Turkmen, many of whom are loyal to the Shiite-led government in Baghdad. 6 Egyptian soldiers were killed when gunmen attacked a checkpoint in the Sinai Peninsula. An army statement said armed terrorists attacked one of the security checkpoints in Arish city using hand bombs and firearms. Security sources said 2 of the gunmen were killed and 1 was injured during an exchange of fire, while 4 army personnel were also injured. Over to Northern California, where firefighters face another round of dry, windy conditions as they battle wildfires that have killed at least 31 people and left hundreds missing in the heart of the wine country. The toll from the more than 20 fires raging across 8 counties could climb, with more than 400 people in Sonoma County alone still listed as missing. The National Weather Service said winds of up to 100 kilometers per hour and a humidity of just 10% will create critical fire weather conditions and contribute to extreme fire behavior. The cause of the disaster is under investigation, but officials said power lines toppled by gale force winds on Sunday night may have sparked it. In Southeast Asia, heavy rain triggered floods and landslide in Vietnam and Thailand. In northern and central Vietnam, at least 54 people were killed, while 39 went missing since the beginning of the week in the worst such disaster in years. Floods also affected some 77 provinces in Thailand, which is Vietnam's neighbor to the west. In the world of precious stones, a 37.30 carat pink diamond is expected to sell at auction for between $20 to $30 million in Geneva on November 15th. According to auction house Sotheby's, the Raj Pink is the world's largest known fancy intense pink diamond. The rough diamond was mined in 2015 and is being auctioned by an anonymous owner. Previous sales for smaller pink diamonds have yielded more than $1 million per carat at auction. Previously, a 24.78 carat fancy intense pink diamond was sold for more than $46 million in November 2010 in Geneva. In sports, Team UAE Emirates rider Diego Ulissi catapulted from 5th place in the overall classifications into 1st place following his 4th stage win in the Tour of Turkey. The Italian left it late with a sprint finish as Astana Pro Team's Danish rider Jesper Hansen finished 5 seconds behind him to move himself into 2nd overall. Colombian Daniel Martinez finished 3rd in the stage to move into 4th overall. Dutch team Eindhoven, carrying 5 people in their solar family car Stella won the 2017 Bridgestone World Solar Challenge, claiming their 3rd title in the cruiser class. Eindhoven crossed the finish line ahead of Germany's HS Bochum Blue Cruiser, who came in 2nd, and Australia's Clenergy team Arrow Sports Coupe Arrow STF, who came 3rd. The race from the northern city of Darwin to the southern city of Adelaide took around a week, with the cars racing at speeds of 90 to 100 kilometers per hour, powered only by the sun. And finally, it remains relatively cold tonight, while a slight drop in temperatures is forecast for tomorrow. Amman can expect a high of 24 degrees, dropping down to 14 at night. In the Gulf of Aqaba, it remains relatively hot with a high of 30 degrees and a low of 18 at night. With this, we come to the end of tonight's news. I'm Dana Abu Sham. Thanks for watching and have a good night.